Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best shooting guards in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video and get to ranking this top 10. Starting off at the number 10 spot, we have Carmelo Anthony, the Dark Matter from the Winter Festival. This card is good. I don't think he's unbelievable. Now, he's very well-rounded, very complete. Every card on this list honestly is, and there's a bunch of guys who aren't in this top 10 that are also really good cards. The shooting guard position has become very loaded as of late. Guys like Brandon Roy and Jay Stackhouse, guys like that, don't quite crack my top 10, but they absolutely could if you wanted to put them in here, and like there's just a lot of variety to this list. Melo's stats are great, but the realistic truth is I don't love the animations. Dribble style is not as good as last year. Kobe Escape is nice. Release is fine, but I wouldn't say it's crazy elite. I just think there are better overall shooting guards than Melo, but he is a very good card. There's no doubt about it. Number 9 is going to be Glenn Rice for me. I just think realistically gives me more off the dribble than Carmelo does. Obviously not quite as good defensively, although not that far off. Definitely a slightly better jumper, though, I would say. Pro dribble style, jaw escape, I think gives me a little more movement to work with. Not a ton, but he's also an inch taller. I think realistically, Glenn Rice, Carmelo Anthony, very similar caliber of cards. You could kind of go either way. I'm going to put Glenn at 9. I'm going to put Carmelo at 10. Number 8 is going to be the brand new Galaxy Opal Harrison Barnes that just came out this past week. 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan, 93 speed, 92.3, 98 dunk, and defensively he is pretty good. Now, he does not have unbelievable Hoff defensive badges, but if you can get a couple extra Hoffs on him, I think offensively he's an absolute menace because his shot's elite on very quick. Really, really great. Jimmy Butler escape is super nice. Sigs aren't unbelievable besides that, to be totally fair, but I love the shot. I really think all three of these cards do similar things on the court, and I think Barnes, especially if properly badged, is the best of the group. His shot is the best of the group. I think he is an extremely, extremely good card. Big fan of what HB can provide on the court, and definitely think he is a top 8 shooting guard for sure. Number 7, I think this is where the list becomes tough. I mean, honestly, the list is kind of tough this whole way. Putting this together as top 10 was not easy. I'm going to go Deni Avdija. I understand Deni does not have the off-the-dribble ability of any of these 3 cards below him, but he's the biggest card on this list so far, and I love the versatility. Now, yes, he needs off-on-ball minutes, but if you get off-on-ball minutes on this card, 93 interior, 93 perimeter, 94 rebounding, 90 dunk, 92 3, 94 speed, 93 agility, 94 vert, solid strength, and 95 stamina. The high interior, high perimeter, high rebounding, and elite size, the shooting guard position provides a level of switchability that very few shooting guards in my team are capable of providing, and I think that's extremely valuable. He's absolutely more of an off-the-ball shooting guard, and if you need scoring, you should go in the direction of a Harrison Barnes instead of Deni Avdija. But I love that value with the size, the rebounding, the switchability. I find that really useful to have cards like that in your lineup, and I think Deni is a great option who, he's my starting shooting guard on my permanent spending out for a reason. I really like this card a lot. I think his shot's not that insane even. On quick, it's fine, but it's not ridiculous. I mean, honestly, Barnes, Glenn, and Anthony are all better offensively. But I really like Deni Avdija a lot, and I think he deserves to be better than them because I value his size, his switchability that much. Number 6 is going to be a guy who I think is just a better version of what guys like Barnes, Glenn Rice, and Anthony do, and that is Brandon Ingram. His Pink Diamond and his Opal are basically the same card, although his Opal obviously is the one that I recommend getting now. Number 1, because he's not that insanely expensive. Number 2, you can sell him back, whereas you can't sell back the Pink Diamond. But you got 90 speed, 93 3, 90 dunk. Defensively, I know he's not amazing, but the nice part about this card compared to his other card is that he is much more complete in terms of badges. 26 base badges instead of 21, and 6 badge slots instead of 5, meaning he can have, instead of 26 total badges, 32 total badges, which is a noticeable difference, and it helps him out a lot because it just makes him a lot more complete on that badge, and his shot is great, his movement is really nice. He's also 6'10" with a 7'3" wingspan, which I'm telling you, that type of size is just extremely valuable in terms of defensive switchability. Even if you're not thinking about him as this elite defender, that type of size and switchability will get you paint stops on bigs in areas that other guys will not be able to. And I think BI, for that reason, gives me a little more than Harrison Barnes, Glenn Rice, and Carmelo can, which is why he's a couple spots above them and put him in number 6. Number 5, one of the best locks in the game, Kawhi Leonard. Definitely gives you a good amount of offense too. Honestly, both Opal and Dark Matter Kawhi could go in this spot. Obviously, the Dark Matter's a little bit better, but they're very similar cards, same animations, very similar stats and badges. Extremely complete, good finisher, good shooter, good speed, great versatile defense, and honestly a solid rebounder as well. Release on normal is probably Kawhi's biggest flaw, is that this shot's just not what I would consider an elite jumper, but it's good. Dame escapes, not bad. Kawhi behind the back, really, really good, obviously, which does help with the shot creation ability. And of course, he's one of the best defensive cards in the game, kind of always has been, and likely always will be. Kawhi always just is an incredible oddball defender. And yeah, he is top 5 for that reason. Number 4, Paul George, the 100, not the 100 overall, sorry, the Galaxy Opal. Paul George is 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan. To me, he gives me the best mix of size, shot creation, and on-ball defense, while also providing that switchability aspect that I value as well. Not as good of a rebounder, but 97 dunk, 95 3, 94 speed, and elite defense, 90 plus interior, 95 perimeter, 96 steal, 90 block. I know the badges aren't insanely incredible, but most Paul Georges on the auction house are going to have a lot more than 13 Hall of Fame badges, not to mention every Hoff badge he has pretty much is a really good Hoff badge. Shot is super smooth and easy. It's normal, yes, but I wouldn't say anybody on this list besides maybe Barnes and I guess Glenn Rice really have better jumpers than him. Like, his jumper is really, really solid. And the movement, Pro Dribble style is good. Paul George escape is great. That escape can really be a shot creating escape just by itself, honestly, for him. And the size, the player build, the slashing, the switchability, all that type of stuff makes it so that I value him more than anybody else in this list. That's why I've got him at the number 4 spot. Number 3, Dr. J is finally not the number 1 card on a shooting guard list anymore for the first time all year since he came out. 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan, still one of the best cards in the game. Extremely fast, elite slasher, versatile defender, high strength for a shooting guard, 89 3-ball. The afro makes him look taller than 6'7". This card is still a menace. Still has an elite escape with KD, elite behind the back with Kawhi, really good release. He's still one of the best shooting guards in the game, for sure. I just don't think he's top 2 anymore. We've finally gotten a couple of cards that I think surpass Dr. J just a little bit, as good as he is. But he's still an amazing card, still my starting shooting guard, and still a guy who I highly recommend for anyone looking to pick up a shooting guard, especially if you can get him for a solidly affordable price point at this point. I don't know exactly how much Pink Diamond Dr. J is going for, but I'm sure it's not as much as it was. Now, I still think he's probably close to $1 million MT, which makes sense. He's still an incredible card. Number 2, Vince Carter. 100 overall Vince is like $4 million MT or something like that. People are paying way too much for this card, in my opinion, considering there will be better shooting guards than him, I would think, pretty shortly. But he's very, very rare, which I think contributes to how expensive he is. And also, he's very, very good. 2K gave him incredible animations. 99 stats across the board, of course, every single important Hall of Fame badge, basically, legend posterizer, and releases on very quick, jaw dribble style, which is the best dribble style in the game. Kemba escape. D-Fox behind the back I don't love, but Vince dragback's also really, really good. I will say, Steve Francis size up, not nearly as good this year as it's been the last few years, so that isn't really nearly as glitchy or ridiculous of an animation as it was last year, but his release is very good on very quick. His stigs are his stigs are still amazing with jaw dribble style, Kemba escape, Vince dragback, stuff like that. So I think he's an amazing card. I think he's a really versatile shot creator, and obviously he's an insane defender, extremely elite at everything with those types of stats and badges. So that's why he's at number 2. But number 1, yes, I think Paul George is better than Vince Carter. He's bigger, he's more versatile, he's better defensively. Honestly, his shot is probably a little better on very quick than Vince's is on very quick. I know the movement favors Vince. Vince has overall better SIGs, but Paul George still moves very well. And I mean, yeah, again, I love his Opal card still. The Dark Matter with every single Hoff badge, or the 100 overall with basically every single Hoff badge, just legend posterizer and stuff like that. Like, this card is definitely my favorite shooting guard in the game. I think he's bigger and better than Vince is. Even though Vince moves a little better, I give Paul George the edge in most other areas, and that is why he is the number 1 shooting guard on this list. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this list. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.